Good morning, dear students. How are you? I hope all are fine. Okay, today let me explain Bohr-Sommerfeld extension theory. Okay, see why Niels Bohr atomic theory failed, mainly due to Niels Bohr atomic theory unable to explain the splitting of spectral lines. I mean Zeeman effect and Stark effect. What is Zeeman effect? Zeeman effect in the sense the splitting of spectral line under the magnetic field is called Zeeman effect. And what is Stark effect? Stark effect in the sense the splitting of spectral lines under the electric field is called Stark effect. And one more limitation is there for the Bohr's atomic theory, that is Bohr's atomic theory is applicable for only one electron system. So Niels Bohr theory failed. Now in order to rectify the mainly Zeeman effect and Stark effect, Sommerfeld proposed one theory. Now let me discuss that. See, in order to know the splitting of spectral lines, Zeeman effect, Stark effect, this theory came forward. If you didn't see the Niels Bohr atomic theory, then I will keep link in cards and as well as description also how to see. Next point, see, Sommerfeld modified Bohr's atomic theory by adding elliptical orbits. Sommerfeld extension theory main aim is to correct the Zeeman effect and Stark effect. Okay, see, for that purpose Sommerfeld added some elliptical orbits to the Bohr's orbits. Okay, see, for first Bohr's orbit Sommerfeld didn't add any elliptical orbits. I mean he left first orbit of Bohr. Okay, for the first Bohr's orbit Sommerfeld didn't add any elliptical orbits. Okay, next Sommerfeld added one elliptical orbit to the Bohr's second orbit. Sommerfeld added one elliptical orbit to the Bohr's second orbit, and Sommerfeld added two elliptical orbits to the Bohr's third orbit. Like that and so on. Sommerfeld added n-1 elliptical orbits to the Bohr's nth orbit. Have you understood? See, for better understanding purpose, let me discuss these diagrams. See, here this is Bohr's first orbit. For the Bohr's first orbit, he didn't add any elliptical orbits. Okay, see, angular momentum is 0 for the Bohr's first orbit, and shell number, I mean n, in the sense orbit number is 1. Next one, see, second orbit I have to see. For the first Bohr's second orbit, he added one elliptical orbit. Angular momentum is 0 for the first orbit. For second orbit, angular momentum is 1. Shell number is 2. Okay. Next, see, Bohr's third orbit, he added two elliptical orbits. L value 0 for the first one, L value 1 for the second one, L value 2 for the third one, and n value, shell number value 3. Okay. Next, see here, for the fourth orbit, here n value 4, fourth orbit, n value is 4. See, now L value for the first orbit is 0, n value is 4 constant, and he added 3 elliptical orbits to the fourth orbit. See, 1, 2, 3. Now L value 1, L value 2, L value 3. Have you understood? So in this way he corrected the Zeeman effect and Stark effect. Why the spectral lines are splitting? Mainly due to the presence of these elliptical orbits. In that way he corrected the Zeeman effect and Stark effect. So he successfully explained the Zeeman effect and Stark effect. Have you understood? Okay, now let me explain the merits of Bohr-Sommerfeld extension theory. See, Bohr-Sommerfeld extension theory is successfully explained the Zeeman effect and Stark effect. I told you already what are the Zeeman effects and Stark effects. Okay, see, because of addition of elliptical orbits to the Bohr's orbits, then Sommerfeld successfully explained the Zeeman effect and Stark effect. Okay, next, what are the demerits of this theory? I mean limitations of Bohr-Sommerfeld extension theory. See, this model failed to explain the atomic spectra of atoms of more than one electron system. See how the Bohr's theory failed, like that only Sommerfeld theory also failed, mainly due to atomic spectra of atoms of more than one electron system. It unable to explain the more than one electron system. Have you understood? Okay, now let me explain how the how many transitions can produce if the electron jump from higher level to lower level. Okay, see, maximum number of lines produced when an electron jumps from nth level to ground level. Formula is there. What is the formula? N into n minus 1 by 2. Here n in the sense orbit or shell number, higher orbit or shell number. See, one example let me do, then you will understand. First problem, see, electron jumps from 4th level to ground level, then find the number of transitions or lines produced. See, formula how to take, given that n is equal to 4, highest orbit is 4. Now in this formula I have to substitute n value, n into n minus 1 by 2, 4 into 4 minus 1 by 2, it is equal to 4 into 3 by 2, it means 12 by 2, it is equal to 6 lines. So 6 lines can produce, 6 transitions can produce. Have you understood? Okay, this is today's class. If you like this video, then press the like button and please subscribe my channel. Thank you. All the very best.